production earlier in the season. Good job, Martin. All right, so okay. All right. 3:35.
CMSportsNet is made possible by Genova's To Go,
County clash. I'm Stoetzer, and joining me tonight, former Carroll County boys basketball coach Herman. We're getting ready for the first game of the week of 2024. Happy New Year, Coach, and thanks for joining us here tonight.
Thank you.
Liberty comes into this one with winning 3 out of their last 4 games. All 3 wins have been lopsided. The Lions are 6-3 overall, and they're 2-1 in Carroll County play. Wintersville comes into this one after 2 straight wins, and the Falcons are 5-3 overall and 2-1 in county play. We just watched some warm-ups, Coach. Just some quick thoughts. We got about a minute and a half before the national anthem to tip off. What do you expect tonight? We talked before we came on the air. We expect a competitive game.
Absolutely, and with Wintersville, it starts on the defensive end of the court. With Coach Wynn, the defense is a non-negotiable for their players. And we saw when Liberty, when we had the Liberty Westminster game,
right?
Liberty's bigs stretching the defense. So I think those are 2 things to look at tonight.
All right, we'll come back and have a lot more for you. A quick break, and we'll come right back with the starters and the national anthem right after this. Don't go away.
Hungry? Genova's To Go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's To Go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's To Go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's To Go. Genova's To Go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's To Go.
Tonight's start lineup first for Wintersville.
All right, we're back. We're getting ready for the starting lineups. First up is Wintersville. Coached by David Wynn. I won't do that again. Coached by Dave Wynn in his 4th year as Winters Mills head coach.
Starting forward, senior number 12, Camden Cook.
And you mentioned, Coach Herman, the defense is kind of their calling card. They can score points too, but it starts up front with their defense and if they want to win this game.
Absolutely, and they have some big kids up front that can rebound the ball. I think that's going to be really big, not giving Liberty second shots, second opportunities, limiting them to one shot.
Yeah, no doubt. Camden Cook, one of the top rebounders in the county. Also, Liberty can get the ball as well with Alex Thompson, Tristan West, even Cole Jernigan, their guard. Here comes Tristan West, Jaden Zumbrin, another contributor we saw play well against Westminster.
And Liberty can really score points in bunches. They do a really good job of getting out in transition. Winters Mills really going to have to concentrate on getting back on defense to stop Liberty's transition.
We saw Alex Thompson in that Westminster game really contribute well. He had missed most of last year with an injury. We talked to him after that game. He was happy to be back healthy, and it's paying off so far, winning 6 of their first 9 games. Led by George Sinat in his first year, but a long-time assistant with the program. We talked about that already in our previous game of the week. There's the Winters Mills starting lineup. Nat Curley, Sam Weibel, Owen Case, 15 points a game. Camden Cook, almost 10 rebounds per game. And Tommy Hinkhouse gives you double digits as well in points per game for Winters Mills. So they can definitely score the basketball. It's going to be, I expect it'll be up and down the court a little bit with both teams. Foul trouble will be a thing early too for both these teams, but I expect some points.
Yeah, absolutely. And Winters Mill coming off a huge win against Century.
No doubt.
And I think Winters Mill is going to have to keep up with Liberty's scoring because, like we said, Liberty has kind of a high-powered offense, very balanced with Jernigan and very balanced with their bigs up front. So.
Yep. Liberty's one county loss came recently to Manchester Valley, and we'll take a look later at the county standings. Man Valley topped the standings right now at 3-0. It's early in the season, but it's good to get those wins early on. We talked about how Liberty went on the road and beat Westminster, a big confidence boost for a team that, graduated small county players from a year ago and lost their coach. The coach moved on to be an AD right before the season started, so some turmoil there. They've really not let it faze them with 6 wins in their first 9 games.
Yeah, and you always want to get those home games too. It's very important to sort of hold serve on your home floor. So I know that's important for Liberty as well.
And we're halfway through the first round of going through the county games, so this is the first time these two have played. Liberty beat Winters Mill 3 times last year, one of which was in the regional playoffs. Here's the opening tip. And right away, it's Cole Jernigan off the tip. So a quick 2 for Liberty and give Jernigan 2 points.
Liberty starting in some full court pressure, sort of force tempo, eat up some of the shot clock.
And that was quite a start there. Liberty won the tip. Jernigan streaked to the basket, and they found him for the half-court outlet pass and the easy layup. So Liberty up 2-0 on their first possession. Now Winters Mill. Owen Case there, 25, double teamed at the top. Camden Cook down the lane. Back out and some hands there and a turnover, and we saw that a lot in the Westminster game, Coach, just the Liberty's ability to turn defense into offense.
Yep, and we talked a lot in the Westminster game about deflections. Liberty gets their hands on a lot of balls, makes it very difficult to move the basketball.
Good passing here. There's Jernigan from just inside the three-point. Oh, they're going to give him a three-pointer. So 5 quick points for Cole Jernigan. Liberty up to a 5-0 lead. And that 3 was because of a turnover, a steal in that corner right there.
Say that again, Brandon.
Bobbled around, goes to Curley. Curley with the left hand, and he counts it. And the foul on Bald.
You know, a small thing there. So many players that are right-hand dominant want to come back to the right hand, and they put the ball right in the defender's face. He did a really nice job of shielding the defender off with his body, keeping the ball to the outside. Really nice move by Curley.
Nat Curley, junior guard, number 1, has worked his way into the starting lineup for Coach David Wynn. And the three-point play makes this a 2-point game. Drew Jenkins subbing in now for Winters Mill, senior guard who had a 31-point game earlier in the season and still the top effort so far in Carroll County. So we know he can score. And here comes some pressure from Winters Mill. Liberty beats it. Gavin Spies in the game now also for Liberty, number 4. He's a sophomore guard. 2 sophomores on George Sinat's roster, and they both get minutes here in this first quarter. And there's one of them right there with a block down low.
Again, a hallmark of Coach Wynn's defense, the help. You get beat off the dribble, and 2 guys come to help and get the block.
And Case off the glass from inside the free throw line. And we have a tie ball game, 9-9, 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ball. Back out to Bergen and triple team. Ball will spot up for a 3. Long rebound to, oh, a travel, okay. It was a long rebound to Bergen. Cook had his hand on the ball, and they called Bergen for steps. Thompson will come back, and this has been up and down action here in the last 2 minutes, Coach. I kind of what we had sort of expected out of these 2 teams.
Yeah, and like we said, Winters Mill's getting some really quality trips. They kind of struggled early with Liberty's pressure defense, but they've settled down, gotten some really nice looks at the baskets, get their bigs involved.
This is Hinkhouse with Thompson guarding. Picked up the dribble, back out top to Cook. Curley gets it. Off to Case. 9 to shoot. Case will try a 3. No good, and Spies the rebound, and here come the Lions. They want to run. Thompson takes it to the rack, a little bit strong, and Cook gets the board. And back comes Winters Mill. Owen Case, directing traffic, calling plays. And off Liberty, oh, sorry, stays there for Winters Mill. Substitutions down in the final 125.
Winters Mill tried to run a nice little set there for Jenkins coming off the baseline screen. A little bit of miscommunication on the pass, but trying to get him involved because he can really score. 2 big scoring games so far this year.
West out in the near corner. This is Spies. Bergen. Long 3, good box out by Schoonover, but he wasn't able to get the board. Thompson takes advantage and scores.
Kind of an unlucky break there for Winters Mill. They had 2 great box outs, and the ball took kind of a bad bounce for them. But again, 2 excellent box outs by Winters Mill.
And Chris Schoonover has it. Back out to Case. Case dumps off. Hinkhouse along the baseline. No good. West the board. Back comes Liberty. Under 30. Nice pass underneath. And another basket.
Jernigan doing a really nice job of sharing the basketball. Drive the lane, find the big.
Was that West who scored down there? I had my head down for a second.
Yes.
And there's a turnover. And Lions go the other way. So West has 6. Under 3 to go. Thompson for a 3, no good. And a fast first quarter comes to an end. Liberty 13, Winters Mill 9. Not frenetic, just very good flow up and down the court on both sides. And Tristan West with 6. Cole Jernigan with 5. Alex Thompson with 2. and it's 13-9 Liberty after 1 quarter of play in the Lions' den, and this is sort of what I expected: pace of play and distribution of the ball and all those kinds of things.
Yeah, absolutely. And, like we said, Winters Mill was struggling a little bit with Liberty's defense. Liberty does a great job of turning the defense into offense, pushing the ball down the floor, getting offensive opportunities off a transition. Thought Winters Mill did a really nice job of getting some more quality looks, getting their inside kids involved. Case had to take some tough shots on a few possessions, but they worked their way back into it.
You see Coach Wynn talking to his guys. I think they absorbed that first 3 or 4 minutes and took a couple of Liberty's shots, and then they got their feet under them and settled into their offense.
Yeah. And I think, again, a lot of it's going to fall back on Winters Mill's defense. I thought they did a really nice job of rebounding the ball. Cook and Hankhouse do a really nice job putting bodies on and getting rebounds. Got to limit Liberty to 1 shot, as explosive as they are offensively.
8 minutes in the books. Liberty with a 4-point lead. Scored the last 4 of that quarter. Winters Mill had tied at 9-9. But a close one here so far in Eldersburg. CMSportsNet Game of the Week. Happy New Year to everybody. It's nice and cold outside, and it's a little bit warm and toasty in this gym, and I wouldn't expect anything less down here at Eldersburg. Liberty with the ball here to start the second quarter. There's Thompson to the hole. Big board by Cook, and that's going to be a key there for Winters Mill, rather, to try to, like you said, limit them to 1 shot, get the board, and set your offense up.
Cook does a really nice job of carving out space to rebound the ball, and he rebounds really well in traffic. Really snatches the ball.
It's going to be backcourt. Yeah, I was just waiting for the signal for backcourt. So Winters Mill needs to probably try to limit these turnovers. They want to keep pace in this game.
Yeah, it's never good when you come down offensively and don't get a shot at the basket. Those are just empty trips.
Right.
I know that's the kind of stuff that drives any coach crazy.
Liberty will inbound in front of Winters Mill's bench. Jernigan and Thompson now top of the... Got some of the top scorers in Carroll County in this game tonight, with Jernigan and Case and Thompson and West. And a foul call to reach in there, I think, before the shot. First foul of this quarter. Goes against number 2, Silas Durham, the senior guard for Winters Mill.
Looks like we got another illegal screen.
Illegal screen, yeah. So back-to-back fouls. That's the second one of those now for the Lions. And that'll be a turnover over to Winters Mill.
And this pressure, Liberty's pressure gave Winters Mill some trouble early on. Forced a couple of turnovers.
Did a good job breaking it there. And this is Durham now, number 2, running the offense. Nice pass down low to Jenkins. Tough to get in there when number 22 standing in your way. That's 6'8" Ethan Hart. And they called a jump ball. Coach Wynn was trying to call a timeout. They called the jump ball instead. Number 22 for the Lions. We saw him in the Westminster game. He's 6'8", junior forward Ethan Hart.
And he played very well against Westminster. Some real nice moves inside, rebounded the basketball. Yeah, he was a big contributor.
He did. He came in off the bench as a reserve and gave them some good minutes, scored some points, and really, like you said, it can be a real force on defense. And already affected that last shot. Jenkins had good position under the basket, and it's hard to go over top a guy that's 6'8".
Yeah. And again, just talking about Cook again, you got to love seeing him get on the floor. He gives them so many extra, Winters Mill, so many extra possessions by getting his hands on the ball, diving on the floor. Those are extra possessions that coaches really like.
They're trying to figure out the jump ball possession arrow here. Brief stoppage in play. We're about to resume again. Winters Mill from under its own basket. Out to Cook. Here's Case. Nice job on the baseline. Good rebound, though. And Durham will get a 3-point look. And that's long. Tipped away by Jernigan. He's athletic. And he'll take it right to the basket and score! Nice sequence from Cole Jernigan. That's just basketball play right there.
Yeah. And we talked about turning the defense into offense. You know, gets the deflection down here and gets the potential three-point play on the offensive end.
It was a long rebound. I thought it was going to go to the hands of Winters Mill. Jernigan hustled for it, tipped it to himself, and then just created a shot and drew the contact. So Cole Jernigan. Finding shots, almost stolen there by Jernigan. They're finding looks that just so far haven't gone in, and then when they haven't been able to get that second shot.
Yeah, and a lot of their shots have been contested.
Yes.
And no easy looks at all for Winters Mill. Always a hand in their face, and like you said, no real second shots for Winters Mill.
Case gets in the defense, and Hall gets the rebound. Camden Deming is in now, and he's going to get called for the foul there. Number 22 for Winters Mill, senior guard.
And again, with the new foul rule, you have to be so careful this early in the quarter. You know, Winters.
situation. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. That's how you know it's not going your way in the first half. It gets knocked out of bounds, and it's your ball again.
Yeah, he's probably looking to try to draw contact there. It didn't happen. Defense did a really nice job of staying in a good legal guarding position.
Now Winters Mill will try to do a little pressure here and see if Liberty can beat it. And when in doubt, get it to that guy. Nice block there by Weibel. Jernigan gets it back and scored. That was a good job by Weibel in defense.
It was. Jernigan just strong to be able to rip the ball out of his hands, put it right back in the basket.
Indeed. 12 points for Jernigan. Hinkhouse underneath of West. Cook had the offensive board momentarily. Doesn't go. Jernigan threw a double team. Good job there by Winters Mill that time, and Weibel gets the rebound. And here we go again, back and forth between the Falcons and the Lions. There's Case. Been quiet so far offensively, and a foul's called on the other side of the court.
And Case and Jernigan are really similar players. They're both really strong going to the basket, getting in the lane, drawing people to them. That was a really nice drive to the basket there.
You're right, sort of mirror images there between Case and Jernigan. So here's Owen Case. Owen Case scored too early, and he hasn't scored since. But he can score the basket. And there's one more for the senior. That makes it 22-15. It's Owen Case at the free throw line there, number 25. Senior guard, part of Winters Mill's team last year on varsity. One of their top players.
It's always nice to coach. You have that 3-year varsity player. Just knows what you do, knows your system. And this pressure's given Liberty a little bit of problems.
It has. 2 free throws there for Case to give him 4 so far tonight, 4 points. And it's a 22-16 lead. So it's basically a three-quarter trap, basically?
Yeah, and they were going full court, and then they backed it back to three-quarter. But one of the good things about the pressure is, again, it eats the shot clock. You come down, and basically Liberty's not getting into their stuff until 15 seconds.
Right, correct. Even if they don't get a 10-second call, you've eaten up some of that shot clock.
Yep.
Here's West with 8 to shoot, standing at the top of the arc. He gives to Bergen. Bergen tries to get in, and he does. Nice job by Bergen. Right as the shot clock hits 0. That's his first deuce, and it's 24-16. But Weibel's all over. Layup from the senior. First time he's really attacked the basket. Liberty knew he was going to go one way. He faked him out, went the other way, and it gives the Falcons 2 points, and it's a 24-18 Liberty lead as we go to 1:15 to go in the first half.
Eight-point deficit, or possibly being able to cut it to 4 before the half.
3 to shoot. Spieth lets it go, and he hits the 3.
There's no time on the shot clock, just demoralizing for your defense.
27-18. Gavin Spieth beats the clock. Now Case will try a 3. A little long, and stays here. 32.5 seconds to go. Also, good job by both teams here that not get to the shooting fouls. It was 5 and 4, and we've only seen 1 foul. That was 2 free throws. Winters Mill's ball. Weibel inbounds. Case now.
Looks like some zone from Liberty.
Winters Mill can hold this almost down to the very end if they want to.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
Hey there, I'm Pat Stoetzer.
And I'm Michael Duffy, inviting you to join us for The Score and more.
Each week we'll talk about high school sports in Carroll County. We'll share information about upcoming games, highlight coaches and athletes, and much more.
We'll even try to have a little fun along the way. Don't miss The Score and More podcast presented by CMSportsNet.
The Score and More Sports podcast is available online at carrollmediacenter.org and on a variety of podcast channels. Skill, dedication, leadership. Just a few of the things it takes to be named CMSportsNet's Athlete of the Week. Each week, CMSportsNet recognizes an outstanding player for their contribution to their sport. Meet some of Carroll County student athletes and join us as we celebrate their performance, impact, and outstanding accomplishments.
CMSportsNet's Athlete of the Week is brought to you in part by Barnes-Bollinger Insurance Services. We're here for the home team. Barnes-Bollinger Insurance Services. And by Genova's to go. Locations in Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, Hanover, and Eldersburg. Genova's pizza, pasta, subs, and more.
The latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week, Leah Miller, South Carroll girls basketball. Leah filled the stat sheet, pair of holiday tournament wins. Leah, MVP honors at the tournament as well. Sometimes the holiday tournaments can be a mixed bag. You never know what you're going to get. Some girls are taking some time off, injuries, sicknesses. You guys are obviously focused to get a couple wins. What was it like to get those wins? We're going to keep this going with South Carroll.
It felt really good. Last year we didn't have like the best winning season, but it was just really good to add those wins to our record.
I know maybe you don't look at personal goals, but a tournament MVP after a 15-point game in the championship game, what did that feel like?
It was a good feeling. I was surprised, but
pleasantly surprised, right? You guys lost the season opener, and you haven't lost since. Yeah. And you mentioned like last year, maybe not the wins and loss you're looking for. New coach this year, a couple new kids on the team. What's the biggest difference? When you look back to last year and opposed to this year, what are you guys doing better this year that's leading into those wins?
I think this year we have really good team chemistry. Like everybody kind of knows their role, does their job really well. And I also think our coaches put us in really good positions, like watching film and stuff, so we know what to expect going into the games.
When you got that early couple of the early county wins that kind of give yourselves that good momentum and good boost, getting those wins early, what does that do for your guys' confidence level? Like you said, with the new girls that have kind of gelled with the existing girls that were here last year, getting those wins early has got to be just a huge lift for you guys.
Yeah, it definitely gives us like a lot of momentum, and I think once like you win early in the season, it's easier to keep building on that.
Now, January brings more county games. It's going to get tougher from the rest of the way. But the fact that you guys are off to such a good start, how do you think that leads you into the new year in terms of just confidence levels high? The goals are probably set pretty high. You feel like, you got to stay healthy, of course, and things like that. But do you feel like right now you guys are playing, hopefully you haven't played your best, but you're playing well enough to compete against everybody you play?
I think we just learn like a lot at every practice, and we can just keep building on like what we've already done. So.
What's been the most fun thing so far about this year? New coach, like you said, some new players have come in, but some of the girls from last couple years, you guys seem to be having a lot of fun out there when you're winning games. What's been the most fun so far?
So this is like a lot of the girls that we're with now who we've been like playing travel with since 5th grade. So now we're finally on like the same team now, and we just have good team chemistry, I think.
So far, so good. Congrats on a great start. Leah Miller, the latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week.
CMSportsNet's Athlete of the Week is brought to you in part by Barnes-Bollinger Insurance Services. We're here for the home team. Barnes-Bollinger Insurance Services, and by Genova's To Go. Locations in Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, Hanover, and Eldersburg. Genova's. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more.
Century, Liberty, and South Carroll gathered in Eldersburg on Wednesday, January 3rd for their annual county tri-meet in front of a big crowd for Route 26 bragging rights. First up, it's the host Knights facing the Cavaliers. SC gets pinned in its first two matches, but Joey D'Orsonia has Century on the board with a 7-3 win at 157 pounds. It's 12-3 early on for the Cavaliers. At 126 pounds, Brody Henry finishes off Grady Fay, and it's 6 more points for SC. Cavaliers up 45-15. And JoJo Gelati caps the scoring with a quick pin at 138 pounds to give South Carroll a county dual victory. Final score is South Carroll 57, Century 15. Davey Snyder, Angelo Marchani, Landon Hamper, and Evan Owen add pins for the Cavaliers in the victory. South Carroll battled Liberty next, and the Cavs jumped out to an early lead. Connor Deshevsky gets a pin at 175, and the Cavs are ahead 15-3 after 4 bouts. Anthony Rodriguez tangles with Kevin Kern in their bout at 190. And Rodriguez edges Kern 4-3 in a solid match thanks to this late takedown. Cavs lead Lions 18-3. SC's Declan Logan trails 5-1 in this heavyweight match, but gets the turn and the pin for 6 more Cavalier points. It's Aubrey Oler and Caden Williams at 106, and Oler evens the match with this takedown and gets back points here as well. Oler goes on to win 5-2, and Liberty trails 24-9. South Carroll's Grayson Barnhill gets his team right back on track with a pin at 113, and the Cavaliers are on their way to another county victory. Final score is SC 58, Liberty 9. Angelo Marchani, Connor Patterson, Evan Owen, JoJo Gelati, and Davey Snyder add pins for the unbeaten Cavaliers. The Lions get wins from Dylan Oler and Dylan Rubin in the setback. Century and Liberty tangled in the finale, and Century takes a 15-0 lead thanks to this JT Ferguson pin at 175. Liberty gets on the board when Kevin Kern decks Dom D'Amico at 190, give the Lions 6 points for the pin. The Knights get deducted a team point for misconduct before Chidima Iziogo posts a pin at 285. Century leads Liberty 20-9. Liberty trails by 5 later on when Alex Pearl gets a pin at 126 and puts the Lions back up by 1 point. Back and forth we go until the final bout. Dylan Oler versus Cameron Wagner at 150. Oler holds off Wagner for a 5-0 win, and Liberty takes the duel. Final score is Liberty 36, Century 35. The Lions go 1-1 with the win in the finale, while South Carroll goes 2-0 and Century goes 0-2 in the annual Liberty Road Challenge.
Back, and once again Liberty goes right to it. They get the ball first, and West gives it to Thompson, and Thompson scores. There's Cook down the lane.
Nice drive by Cook.
So 32-22 as we just get underway here in the third quarter. It's echoing. 1 second delay when I talk into it. Fixing some audio problems here, guys. We'll get back into it here, but here's Zumbrin along the baseline. He gives to Thompson. Ball out top. Nice defense there by Curley, I thought.
Yeah. Really good help in the lane.
And here's Wyville trying to get it down low to Cook. Wyville will go underneath. Nice scoop shot from Sam Wyville.
He really added a lot for them offensively in the first half. Came in and scored.
He's got 7 now, and it's 32-24. Zumbrin will try a 3. In and out of the rim, and a foul. We're going the other way. Nice board by Wyville, but before he could get it, there's a foul on Liberty, I believe. So 32-24. Both teams have a foul here in the first minute and change of the third quarter, and that's the third foul on Alex Thompson, number 10. So we'll keep an eye on that the rest of this quarter. He's been sort of quiet so far, 4 points. And there's another example. Curley does a good job to drive the lane, tries to get it to Cook. West sticks his hand in and knocks out of bounds.
Yeah, and Thompson's going to have to come out with the fouls. And like you said, he's a very good player.
He is.
Inside, outside, we saw what he did against Westminster. He's been a little bit quiet tonight now with the fouls.
Leading them in points per game, 14.7. He's got 4 tonight. So that's, of course, well under his average. Nice bounce pass, but Liberty in the defense there. Cook going for the loose ball. And Liberty does corral it. That's Brady Bergen back out to West. Jernigan has his hands on it now. Wyville with a little reach. Tap it away. The Lions corral the ball, and they can work their offense with 10 to shoot on the shot clock. Ball to Jernigan, 4 to shoot. Jernigan off his feet. And that's going to be a shot clock violation. 1 extra pass there. 1 pass too many for the Lions.
Yeah, Winters Mill did a really nice job. Liberty was running some of those baseline flex screens, and Winters Mill did a really good job of bodying those guys up. Good defensive trip for Winters Mill.
Is there one guy you might want to see if you're Winters Mill sort of open things up a little bit, or is it just going to be let's try to whittle this down and see if we can get it to 4 or 5 or whatever it might be by end of the quarter?
Yeah, and I think Owen Case getting in the lane, we talked about that early on, and also getting Henkhouse involved on the block. He's a very crafty scorer on the block. I think you got to get him some touches.
West will take a 3. That's a rare 3. Look at Bergen with the rebound and the putback just a little strong, and Cook gets the board. So we'll see who can emerge as Winters Mill's go-to scorer if they get one here in the third quarter. And let's see if Case gets going. 3-pointer off the mark. Zumbrin the rebound. Another one-shot trip for Winters Mill. Oh, nice job. Yeah, I thought so. West did a good job getting the ball, and a great job by Wyville.
Great recovery by Wyville to get back into the play.
It was going to be another one of those really nice seeing eye passes from Jernigan down to West. Wyville with a nice block to tie it up. And
Winters Mill not hitting a lot of perimeter shots right now, and maybe that's driving to the basket, like you see Curley right there. If the outside shots are not going down, get in the paint, and get your bigs involved.
Right, and that's going to lead to a perimeter look later because they're going to drop down on defense there to keep an eye on a guy like Curley. It could leave Case or Hinkhouse or someone else open. But that's points, and it's 32-26, and there's the miscommunication. That's rare. Liberty hasn't done that a lot so far. And I think we're going to get a timeout here by the home team Lions. And 30-second timeout.
And Winters Mill looks, Liberty does a really good job of running those flex cuts, those baseline screens and the down screens.
Yeah.
Winters Mill did a really nice job of kind of taking away the baseline screens, and then Cook did a really nice job of denying the pass that they want to make across for the next part of the flex offense. So, it looks like Winters Mill, probably a lot of scouting there, but, Liberty will make their adjustments as well offensively.
See Coach Dalton Myers assistant coach Dalton Myers talking to Winters Mill's guys, and there's George Stenott in Liberty's huddle. 32-26, 4:44 to go, third quarter. CMSportsNet game of the week.
If I could maybe just give a little shout out to the officials here. I think they're doing a really nice job of letting the kids play. Not a lot of extra whistles. You know, if it's a foul, it's a foul, but they're letting them play. And that's what you want as a player and as a coach.
I think we've seen that so far. I agree with you. And that's another good drive there by Curley, almost a turnover, thanks to Winters Mill's length. Here's Curley for a three, a little strong. Zumbering the ball. Nice job. He was getting triple teamed there, and he got it out. And here's Jernigan. Dish to West. That time he couldn't complete the potential three-point play. Going to get Weibel on the foul. Boy, Jernigan and West are a good 1-2 combo, especially on a night when Thompson's dealing with some foul trouble.
Right, and it's great when your big guys run the floor like West ran it there to reward them, by getting them the basketball, which Jernigan did.
And West has a chance for two, and there's the first one. Give him 7 points so far. Second one long, and guess who? Camden Cook with the rebound. So West has 7. It's a 33-26 lead for the home team Lions. And there's Case. And Case goes to this rack, and a little too long of a shot, and we're going to get a tie up.
Good hustle both ways. Like to see that. Neither team giving up on the possession.
Oh, they're going to get a timeout here.
Okay, 30-second timeout for Winters Mill.
Called by Winters Mill. Dave Wynn got it in before there was an official tie-up. .30-second timeout, so it'll still be the Falcons' ball here. And you're just waiting for one of those guys. If you're Winters Mill, you're waiting for one of those guys to start popping on the perimeter. It hasn't happened yet, but it can happen quickly. They got guys who can score from outside.
Right, and again, in the timeout, they're going to probably run something for one of their scorers here. And sometimes the threes come in bunches, so if somebody hits one, but if not, I feel like they're making the adjustment, trying to get in the lane and trying to get some of their other guys involved. But as somebody once said, the game looks a lot better when the ball's going in the basket. So,
indeed it does, and that's how it's looking right now for Liberty with a 33-26 lead. But plenty of time left, half of this quarter and all of the fourth quarter, and it's been a low-scoring game so far. Defensive struggle, not struggle, but defensive effort, high defensive effort on both sides from Winters Mill and Liberty. Can't call it a struggle because you got some guys scoring some points for sure. There's Cook on the inbounds play. Weibel. That's a nice take. Just a little strong, and West gets the rebound. And this is Spies. We've seen a lot of minutes from Spies. A nice job by Cook to intercept. And he will pull it up. Good job by Camden Cook. That's athleticism right there. Weibel got West off his feet.
Just having trouble finishing at the rim.
They are. Nice pass to West. Cook with the board. Gavin Spies is giving Liberty some good minutes. That's a little bit of a wild shot there by Curley. And Liberty has the ball back. This is where you want your veterans to kind of calm things down, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Good help there by Hankhouse on the drive.
Cook's got to have 10 rebounds by now.
Yeah.
He has to.
Seems like he's gotten every one.
Every time Winters Mill's got one, it's really had Cook's name on it. Cook guarded by West. Couple of football standouts right there. Of course, Cook recently signed his letter of intent for football. He's going to play at the University of Nebraska. So congrats to Camden Cook on that achievement.
Again, another one of those empty trips we talk about for Winters Mill. And again, Jernigan right there involved in it as far as getting the steal and getting the deflection.
He seems to be everywhere for Liberty when they need it the most.
And you got to love both ends of the floor, too. Scoring and passing at one end and playing defense. And you feel like if Winters Mill wants to get back in this, they really have to eliminate those empty trips.
Indeed they do. Jernigan gets it across. And that time Liberty has a couple extra seconds to play with on this shot clock possession. Jernigan muscling Case right down the lane. And that was a physical play. Case looks like he's all right.
Two good players guarding each other there.
Jernigan went over to help him up. I think Case just took one in the side there. He's doubled over a little bit right now there in the middle of the lane. Jernigan doesn't look like it, but he can be a load with the basketball. And they're going to get another illegal screen. This time it's on Brady Bergen, the sophomore. So that's the one thing they've really could maybe say they've been struggling with is a couple of turnovers when they offensive fouls turnovers, which are the worst kind of turnover. You give the ball back to them and you put a foul on the board. So
again, Liberty going back to the zone with Hart up top at 6'7", makes it a little difficult to pass across.
It does. But it can be beat, and there it is. And Case from the top. Little long. Spieth going for the board, tie up there, and it will go this way. But a good job there to get the tie up. Again, Winters Mill's getting good possessions. They're just not getting those perimeter shots to fall.
Yep. Did a really nice job of moving the ball against the zone. Swung it side to side, made the extra pass up top, and the shot just doesn't go in.
Scott Graybow coming in, 5'10", junior guard, number 11. And, whoa, yeah, almost another foul, but Deming knocked it out of bounds. Winters Mill's playing aggressive, that is for sure. And it's only a 7-point game.
Well, and the thing you're going to get with both of these teams is just maximum effort.
Yes.
It's been a hallmark of both programs and both coaching staffs. The kids don't stop playing. They're going to play hard. They're going to play defense.
And Deming a little too much there, and we're going to get the foul called on him. That's 4 now for Winters Mill this quarter, but with 1:55 to go in the quarter. See if they can not get to that fifth foul. It'll be shooting fouls. And good defense there by Deming.
Yeah, it's a great substitution by Winters Mill to put him in and really bother the ball handler. Gives him some energy, gives him those extra possessions. Winters Mill's just got to try to find something offensively.
Spieth shaking his head on that last possession. Deming was in his pocket for most of it. Got a foul call on him. Next time down, Deming didn't let up and turns into a turnover. So good job there by Camden Deming. And right into the hands of Cole Jernigan. That's the possession you gotta want to have back. Jernigan gives off to Graybow. Graybow goes to the baseline. Back out to Cole. Spieth across the perimeter, and there's going to be a hands on the back of Hart, and that'll be a 5th foul, and Hart will go to the line for 2.
Cook kind of got caught behind there, and when you're talking about a kid that big, it's tough to get around.
It is. Only his 1st foul, but the 5th foul for the Falcons, and so it'll be shooting the rest of the way in this quarter anyway for Liberty. And Hart with a good stroke. His first free throw up and good. See the student section for Liberty in the red, white, and blue. Hart's next one too strong, but again, the ball goes, and Jernigan's going to get cooked for another foul. It's just sometimes the ball bounces your way like that.
Yeah, it does. And on the free throw line, it's so important that everybody does their job and everybody puts a body on somebody, but sometimes the ball takes a funny bounce.
They called that foul on Owen Case, 25, I believe. That's his 2nd. And we're going to clean up some moisture here on the baseline. So Cole Jernigan, 12 points so far. Hasn't scored yet in this quarter, but he is definitely, as Dave Herman has said, been instrumental in this now 8-point lead that Liberty has with 1:18 to go in the 3rd.
He just has a big impact on the game in all the different facets. Even, like you said, he hadn't scored in the quarter, but he was, he still impacted the game defensively and on the boards.
Second one is good. Give him 14, and it's back to a 10-point Liberty lead. Owen Case. Just trying to get him going. There's Wyvell, who had hit a 3 earlier. Cook trying to make a play, but into the hands of Jernigan. Here come the Lions. Zumbrin with a left-handed layup. His first points of the game. And Liberty has its largest lead, 38-26. Drew Jenkins' 3 won't go. Cook the rebound. Wyvell will try a 3. That won't go. Scoot over. Cook, both with putbacks, no good. Shots are just not falling. Oh, and almost an backcourt, almost. I think if feet are off the ground.
Yeah,
right? So
I think he was okay.
Ball keeps it. Jernigan. He will shoot a 3, a little short. A good pass in the book. Over to Zumbrin. Long. Hart with the rebound. Put it back in. It is all Liberty right now. 40-26. Owen Case off the mark. And the hometown Lions have a 14-point lead with 8 minutes to play in this one. Liberty 40, Winners Mill 26.
We talked about Hart coming off the bench. He comes in, instant contributor, gets a couple of rebounds, scores there, something from the free throw line. Same thing we saw against Westminster.
Yeah, indeed. That was a much bigger lead Liberty had at that moment, but he came off the bench and contributed. And tonight it's been the likes of Hart, Gavin Spiess coming off the bench and giving them some minutes. Alex Thompson, again, was hampered with the fouls. We haven't seen too much of him. He's got 4 points, and just, again, sometimes it's one of your nights, one of those nights, right? You're going to get a few fouls called against you, and you're going to have to sit for a while. Who can rise up to the challenge? Liberty has answered it in spades.
They are. And, again, you see some of the hustle plays from both teams. And, sometimes it is one of those nights, like for Winners Mill, when there's just seems to be a lid on the basket.
Yeah,
and they got 4 point-blank looks in that last possession, and just none of them go in.
Right. And a little in the basket, and then, that loose ball, which you get half the time, they're all going to Liberty right now.
Right.
And so if you're Coach Wynn, I just going to ask you, sorry, if you're Coach Wynn, you got to tell your guys, this is long from over. We got 8 minutes left. We can score. We just got to do a couple of things differently here this final quarter.
Right, and I think you made a good point. You just keep trying to get those same looks, and you just tell your kids eventually they're going to go in the basket.
Yeah.
So you still want to get quality shots. Zone's giving them a little bit of trouble. It's kind of pushed them out and forced them. You want the high post area is open here, so if you can get somebody in there that can score, you can really kind of take that zone apart. But it's difficult with the size, and there you see that's what they're trying to do is get the ball in that area.
Jenkins. Cook with the left hand. And Liberty gets the ball and takes it up the other way. Offensive foul.
Good defense there by Jenkins. Stayed in front of him, was very patient, didn't try to push up on him, and then drew the contact.
And a timeout, I believe, called by Liberty. Full timeout, 60-second timeout for the Lions. And they lead 40-26. Here on this Friday night. Glad you're with us. Hopefully warm. Watching this one on the CMSportsNet Game of the Week. Some sort of weather coming this weekend. I've heard about it. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But we're dry and warm in here and enjoying this county boys basketball game between a couple of rivals. Said Lions beat the Falcons 3 times last year. One of those games was an overtime win, and the third one was actually in the playoffs. They swept the regular season games on their way to the county championship, but one of them went to overtime, and then the regional playoff game was a victory for the Lions as they advanced and then moved on to the state quarterfinals. And Liberty trying to repeat as county champs.
And I think if you're Winners Mill and you said, at this point in the game, you would have held Liberty to 40 points, I think you would have taken that. And I think it's a tribute to Winters Mill's defense. And, we keep saying that, the shots for Winters Mill aren't going in. You got to give Liberty some credit. I feel like they're contesting at the rim. They're making it difficult with their size. So, we'll see what the last 7 minutes does. When Winters Mill's got to get stops and rebounds first. I mean, that's the top priority so that you can get good trips on the offensive end.
Falcons will inbound. Time not a tremendous factor yet, but Winters Mill's got to start scoring.
And there's where you can get openings in that zone.
Zone making it tough for Winters Mill to get a good look. There's Durham. Silas Durham. Give him 3. And it's 40-29, so much needed basket by Winters Mill. Now you got to start thinking about stops. And that's not how you get it done. And that's Tristan West, who goes to the basket, scores, and draws a foul.
And we talked about this during the Westminster game, which makes Liberty difficult, that Thompson and West are inside-outside guys. That, if you put a smaller guy on them, they're going to post. Put a bigger guy on them, they're going to take him to the basket like West did right there. It makes him a tough guard.
West a little long on the free throw. Knocked out of bounds. Winters Mill's ball. 42-29 lead for Liberty. Jenkins might have wanted to pull the trigger. They don't all have to be threes. Here's a 3 from Owen Case, and that one goes.
And we said sometimes once one goes, more start to go. And doing a nice job of getting the ball into the high post area.
Oh, they get it to 10. West spots up for a 3 from the far corner, and he knocks it down. That's a killer if you're Winters Mill.
It is.
You need to score and get stops on the other end, and this last 2 times Liberty has 5 points out of the breaks. Here's Weibel for a 3. That's long. Jernigan. Keeps it from going back court, and Liberty can work offense. 45-32, 5:45 to go. Almost off of his own foot. Ooh, almost a turnover there. Ball with the left hand. Nice job by Jenkins. And it's a turnover. Just a travel call into the basket. Jenkins will tie his shoe, and the Falcons will get the ball. So that's a stop. If you're Winters Mill, that's a stop you needed.
Yep. And, against the zone, sometimes it's really easy because to kind of fall in love with the three-point shot. And, Winters Mill's last 4 shots have been threes. So, against that zone, you do want to you can still work the paint a little bit by getting the ball in the high post. But Winters Mill's done a better job against the zone.
Yeah, I think it's natural mentally to look at the scoreboard and think, we need threes. I got to take a 3. Not yet. You don't have to take every shot as a 3 yet. That one doesn't go, and a foul there on Case. And Liberty will inbound the ball. It's a spot foul. 5:15 and counting, 4th quarter. 45 for the Lions, 32 for Winters Mill Falcons.
Let's see if maybe they try to get Thompson involved here, get him a touch.
Yeah, he's being cold because of the fouls, I think. 3 now on Owen Case, by the way, for anybody that's keeping track. But no one in tremendous foul trouble. I think those are the highest ones, Case for Winters Mill, Thompson for Liberty. 5 minutes to go. Cole Jernigan. Well, he likes to muscle his way to the basket.
And Coach Wynn was looking for something offensive there.
He was. And he's not going to get the call. It's going to be Jernigan at the line now for 2 more. And that's 3 now on Silas Durham and Jernigan.
And we talked about what a handful he is when he gets in the lane with the strength of going to the basket. And, there again, he drives the lane, jump stop, takes the ball up strong to the basket and draws the foul. We've seen him do that countless times tonight, and then sometimes finding the big guys on the drive, too.
Give him 18 points now. Liberty leading by 15, 47-32. Case gets West off his feet, scores off the glass. Nice shot by Case. And a timeout, a full timeout, 60-second timeout called by Dave Wynn and Winters Mill, just trying to stop the clock when you can and trying to set things up here to make some defensive stops, which Liberty's defense makes it hard for Winters Mill to score tonight.
Yeah, it does.
Credit to them.
Yeah, absolutely. The zone and the man, for Liberty. And, and Winters Mill, as you pointed out, has the ability to score, being held to 34 points.
Yeah.
Some of that is Winters Mill missing shots, but again, some of it is Liberty's defense as well, which has been really good tonight.
It has. A lot of turnovers have been caused by the Lions and have led to points. And Cole Jernigan and Tristan West leading the charge here tonight. West with 12, Jernigan with 18, so more than half of the points between two guys.
And it says something about Liberty when, Thompson, one of their top guys, is in foul trouble, and it's tough as a scorer, which he is, to get a rhythm when you play a little bit and then you got to sit because of fouls. And the fact that Liberty's playing this well without one of their top guys really being a big contributor says something about their depth.
Right. And Ball, who scores 8.6 per game, hasn't scored yet to my tracking. So another guy who you usually count on for points just hasn't gone in tonight, but it hasn't hampered them with West and Jernigan being a really good 1-2 combo there. And Liberty will inbound the ball under Winters Mill's basket with a 13-point lead. And Zumbrin gets it into Bald. And Winters Mill, they go into a little bit of I guess it'll be just more man. That's going to be a foul, yeah. Thompson just kind of charged down the lane. That's 4 on Thompson. I think that was a good call.
Yeah,
just
and
aggressive.
And Winters Mill's defender stepped right in. We're there, legal guarding position, and drew the charge.
Yep. I know Liberty didn't like it, but I think that was the right call there. And so here's a chance for Winters Mill to try to capitalize. Cook takes it in on West. Wyville will take a 3. Nice job by Zumbrin. Bald will give it to Thompson. This time he'll draw the foul and score. That's Alex Thompson finally getting the chance to show a little offensive skill. Just been hampered by those fouls.
And we talked about trying to reward those big guys that run the court, and he ran the court, and they found him, trailing, coming down the middle, and he gets an opportunity for the three-point play. It's good to reward those big guys that run.
He's not the only guy in the court that can do this, but I'm impressed with the way he can handle the ball around the basket, kind of go around the defender.
Yep, very good body control there.
Almost another turnover. Here's Camden Deming, and Thompson gets the rebound. Schoonover had a long pass to Deming. That 3 would have helped him a bit. But instead, it's back to the Lions. And they're going to call foul on Camden Cook. .345 to go. 15-point advantage for Liberty.
And Liberty in the bonus the rest of the way.
So West will go to the line for 2 here. The aggressiveness, you kind of have to do it to try to get back in the game. The risk there is the fouls, and of course they've mounted up now, and with the 5 fouls per quarter, that's the kind of the roll of the dice you have to live by there. Substitution, Spies comes in for Bald.
And he was a big factor in the first half. Hit a couple, Spies hit a couple big shots for them. So he helps them on the offensive end.
West missed them both. Jernigan, Johnny on the spot, gets the offensive board and scores. Case took it strong to the hole. They're going to get West for a foul.
Nice help by West coming over from the weak side. He ended up getting called with a foul, but nice job coming over for the block.
It was.
And a nice job by Case with a strong drive to the basket.
Owen Case at the line for 2. First one good. It's 10 now for Owen Case, I believe. 10 points. Weibel comes out. Deming checks back in for the Falcons.
And Winters Mill, we've said if they want to get back, they need stops on the defensive end. Liberty's done a really nice job of taking the ball to the basket and getting good opportunities. But Winters Mill is going to need some stops here.
51-36. Spieth gets it into the front court. And they'll get a foul call on Deming. So Coach Wynn wants the pressure to be on just to try to create a turnover, but we're going to be shooting free throws for the next 3:26 on if you're Liberty.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to get back in it because if you do foul, you're going to put them on the line the rest of the way.
Zumbrun hits the first one. Silas Durham comes in for Cam Deming. And 2 for 2 from the line from Jaden Zumbrun. He comes out. Brady Bergen checks in. 53-36, all Liberty. They're on their way to a 7th win and 3-1 in the county. Durham goes for a 3, no good.
Really impressed with Liberty's depth. I mean, it seems like everybody they bring in the game contributes. Again, they don't make mistakes. They don't take bad shots. And as the year goes on, when you get injuries and foul trouble, that depth's really going to come in handy.
Indeed. Foul there on Jernigan. He'll go back to the line. That's 19 now, I believe, for Jernigan. Michael Martin checking in for Liberty. Jernigan drew some contact on that shoulder. He's sort of stretching it out there. And second free throw good. Rattles it home. It's 55-36 Liberty. No, 3 there, no good for Durham. And Spieth with the ball. Curley playing some defense. Mike Martin's got it. Over to Jernigan. And Bergen Hall looks like he's about to check in for Liberty. Foul on Winters Mill, and back to the line will be Cole Jernigan.
Liberty can bring in a lot of kids that can handle the ball, like they bring in Spieth, and then Jernigan can handle. And then we talked about that their big kids can handle, and Zumbrun can handle. Yeah. And again, the more kids you have to handle the ball, it's really tough to press Liberty because of how many guys they have that can bring the ball up the court.
Tristan West coming out, getting some high fives from his coaches and teammates. Some applause from the fans. Jernigan missed the first free throw.
And West was really impressive tonight on both ends. Hit a big 3. Winters Mill was making a run, and West hit a big 3 from the corner.
Indeed. And here's Case from the free throw line. It's been that kind of night for Winters Mill. Mike Martin with the rebound. Spieth brings it across. That was a double dribble. Winters Mill's ball. Subs coming in now for the Falcons. And inbound to Case. Owen Case down the lane. He took some contact there.
It's been a physical game both ways.
It has,
with Case and Jernigan driving to the basket, not in a bad way at all, but just a good hard physical game.
I was going to say that same, and you can see Jernigan and Case both sort of talking to each other on the other ends of the court, helping each other up. They can kind of respect each other's game that way. 2:21 to go. 20-point lead for the Lions. Case will shoot 2, and Liberty will make some wholesale subs here. Jernigan's night might be done. There's a free throw from Case. He's got 12 now. Just a reminder, stay with us following the game. Coach Herman and I will talk about what we saw. We'll hope to get one of the players of the game. I'm going to try to get Cole Jernigan, number 13, from Liberty, and talk to him a little bit after the game. But before we do, we got 2:21 to go. There's a timeout called, full timeout by Winters Mill. Case make that second one? I think he did.
Yes.
So 56-38. That's why I got you with me in my second set of eyes. 56-38, 2:21 to go. Liberty trying to put a bow on this win and improve to 7-3 and 3-1 in the county. The one loss came against Man Valley before the holiday break in the final seconds. A really well-played game up in Manchester that Brendan Luddy, one of the top scorers for the Mavs, who's been a little bit hampered with some injuries and illnesses lately, but he hit the game-winning shot. Man Valley won that game on the home court. They're 3-0 so far in the county, and they get Century next week in a big game. We're going to have that one for you. Not a game that we're going to be at Manchester on Tuesday for Century and Man Valley. Looking forward to seeing that game and live streaming it for you and putting together some highlights afterward, maybe talking to a player after that game. And then our next game of the week is next Friday. It's on the girls' side, and it's Francis Scott Key visiting Manchester Valley as the reigning county champion Falcons head to Manchester to see Coach Heather DeWeese and the Mavericks, who beat South Carroll just earlier this week. So a good win for Man Valley's girls to hand South Carroll its first county loss of the year. Some competitive games so far between boys and girls basketball.
Yeah, and I'm sure Liberty's looking forward to that, that rematch with Manchester Valley. And as you pointed out before the broadcast, a lot of parity in the county. There's a lot of really good teams.
Indeed, there are. Zarko, I think, wanted to get an alley-oop. Didn't go. That was Graybow on the try to put back. Didn't go through, and Winters Mill's in now. And you got some guys on the court who maybe don't get the most minutes, just trying to figure things out in the final 2 minutes of play. Oh! Curley went down the lane. Block. They're going to call him for a body, I think. Now they're going to say he hit his arm. So Curley will go to the line for 2. I know Liberty wanted that block for Ethan Hart. Nico Baez is going to check in for Winters Mill. Curley's first free throw is strong. And Baez will check in for Wyville. Sam Wyville with 7 points so far for the Falcons unofficially. And Nat Curley will try to add one more, and he does. Some pressure there by Winters Mill, and they get the turnover.
Both teams still playing hard right to the end. Again, we talked about that. It's a trait of both programs.
Yeah, they're not going to just sit back and let Liberty take shots, and nor Liberty will with Winters Mill. Curley with a nice left-handed runner, no good. Cook the putback, a little strong, and a jump ball called. And it will go to Liberty, but a jump ball from Winters Mill. And Camden Cook still playing hard with 1:52 to go. He's not going to stop playing, nor is Case. And that ball out of bounds on Liberty, off of Liberty. Owen Case, he takes it to the rack.
Nice rebound, nice strong rebound by Hart.
Yep. And a foul called on 12, Camden Cook, I believe. That's 4 on him. And Ethan Hart will go to the line for 2 free throws. 56-39, Liberty in control.
And we say this all the time towards the end of games that are, have a large deficit. It is good for these kids And, these kids come to practice every single day.
No doubt.
2 hours or whatever, and all the time commitment and everything. And they don't always get the most playing time, so it's good to see them get in the game and get rewarded for what they do in practice. And I know for Coach Wynn, he's still expecting the same level, and same with Liberty.
Intensity needs to stay up, right?
Yep,
yeah.
intensity needs to stay up, and you want to keep doing the things that you do. You don't want to just come out and throw up shots and that sort of thing. You want to make sure
run offense and play good defense, right? This is Durham. He likes to take the three. And he swishes that one. Silas Durham with a three-pointer. Timeout called by Winters Mill. 1:33 to go. Jernigan checking back in, so a couple of starters coming back in.
Yeah.
I think that was a full timeout. What's impressed you the most so far with the way Liberty's taking command of this game?
Yeah, I think the diversity offensively. Like we talked about towards the end of the first half, towards the end of the first half, Winters Mill got cut it to 6 or 8 or whatever, and then Liberty comes out, hits a couple of threes, end of the shot clock. Some guys that don't always aren't their top scorers or whatever, and they come out.
Right.
And the depth, all the guys that can handle. Thompson doesn't have a big night, but other guys step up. West steps out, hits a 3 when Winters Mill's making a run. So just really the diversity and the depth of Liberty's offense, I thought was really impressive.
Speaks with a couple first half threes that helped them out. You saw that quick little reminder there. Game On returns next week. Our weekly sports show, CMSportsNet weekly show, Game On. We're back January 10th, and every Wednesday at 7 p.m. We're back for the new year. We'll go over everything Carroll County High School sports. We got you covered on Game On, Wednesdays at 7. So the final 120 here in this convincing Liberty victory. And Jernigan tried to get it across the court. Durham out to Curley. And Durham scores off the putback offensive glass. Jernigan splits the defenders, and foul called there for Winters Mill. 57.7 seconds remaining. And the coach of your Winters Mill, it's a sting. It's going to be more than likely a double-digit loss. But I would say you like the way that they didn't let the first 5 to 6 minutes get them down. They got back in the game, tied at one point. Just tough third quarter to come out and get behind too far against Liberty.
Yeah, and that's a really good point. The third quarter was tough for them. But, in any game, I think you take some positives out. Again, I think the defense for Winters Mill was solid. They rebounded the ball really well against Liberty's size. And I think, you tell your kids, which I'm sure Coach Wynn will, there's going to be nights that it doesn't go in.
Absolutely.
And, you pick up the pieces tomorrow in practice and take the goods out of this and move on. There's a lot of season left to be played in the league.
Oh, no doubt. Three-pointer for Nat Curley. It was 1 of 2 from the line from Cole Jernigan. He's got 21 points. There's Michael Martin. Graybow has it. Curley almost with a steal. Thompson back in. Graybow, he'll take a 3. Little long. Hart with the rebound. And I believe dribbled off his foot. He did. 27.4 shot clock off. Could be the last possession here. This is Braden Jones, 21, who just got that ball from Silas Durham. Durham gets around his defender. He'll pull up, and he'll hit the 12-footer. Thompson. Final few seconds here. And Jernigan will dribble it off. And Liberty defends its own court. It was not a double-digit win. I was wrong. but a convincing win nonetheless. Liberty 57, Winters Mill 49. The Lions win. They go to 7-3 and 3-1 in Carroll County play. And like you talked about it, Coach, you want to get road wins when you can, but it is also nice to make sure you
defend your home court.
Yeah, and you want to get those home wins in the league. Every game in the county this year is going to be a battle. Looks like there's a group of teams. It looks like Liberty might be maybe pulling away as them and Man Valley as the top two teams in the league. But there's got a lot of good games to look forward to. I think Winters Mill is going to, like I said, pick up the pieces tomorrow. But Liberty moving forward, they're going to be tough.
They're going to be tough. They know they're the reigning county champions, and they know they're going to get everybody's A game. And so far, save for the 1-point loss at Man Valley, they've passed the tests with big wins. We're going to take a step aside here real quick. We got some more post-game coverage coming up your way. Take a quick break, though. Stick around. More of CM Sportsnet's Game of the Week coming right back after this.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
Hey there, I'm Pat Stoetzer.
And I'm Michael Duffy, inviting you to join us for The Score and more.
Each week we'll talk about high school sports in Carroll County. We'll share information about upcoming games, highlight coaches and athletes, and much more.
We'll even try to have a little fun along the way. Don't miss the Score and More podcast presented by CMSportsNet.
The Score and More Sports podcast is available online at carrollmediacenter.org and on a variety of podcast channels. Skill, dedication, leadership. Just a few of the things it takes to be named CM Sportsnet's Athlete of the Week. Each week, CM Sportsnet recognizes an outstanding player for their contribution to their sport. Meet some of Carroll County student athletes and join us as we celebrate their performance, impact, and outstanding accomplishments.
CM Sportsnet's Athlete of the Week is brought to you in part by Barnes Bollinger Insurance Services. We're here for the home team. Barnes Bollinger Insurance Services. And by Genova's to go. Locations in Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, Hanover, and Eldersburg. Genova's pizza, pasta, subs, and more.
Welcome back to our post-game coverage, CM Sportsnet Game of the Week. Pat Stoetzer and David Herman with you. Liberty knocks off Winters Mill to improve to 3-1 in county play. We're going to see the final stats in a second. We're going to see some highlights from the game, too. Just your thoughts on what we saw. I just thought right from the jump, Liberty was aggressive on offense and played really good defense and got the team win.
They did, and they got up early with their defense. It just seemed like every time Winters Mill made a little run, like we said, they cut it to 6 or 8. I go back to West's shot from the corner, the 3-point shot. And then Winters Mill just really couldn't find their rhythm offensively. You got to give Liberty a lot of credit. And Liberty switched to the zone, which made it difficult. But Liberty's defense, I think you have to give them a ton of credit.
And their depth. We talked about it all night, their ability to bring guys off the bench. One guy gets in a little foul trouble, someone fills right in, and there's no real letdown when that guy does that.
Yeah, and and I'm sure like in their practices, they have guys battling for playing time. They want more playing time. So, when they come in, they're going to do their job. So I think that depth is going to serve them well throughout the year. We said Winters Mill is going to regroup and move forward. And we had two really good teams tonight, and one team put the ball in the basket a lot more, and Winters Mill just struggled to score tonight.
Speaking of that, we're going to take a look at the final team stats here, and coming up, you'll see that Liberty finished off Winters Mill and got the victory. And there it is, 57-49. Again, 15 buckets in the paint, inside the arc for Liberty. The 4 threes. And 15 got to the line 25 times. Winters Mill good from the free throw line, 10 for 11, just not as many times, obviously, as Liberty getting there 25 times. Some of those aggressiveness on defense, Winters Mill led to the fouls, and Liberty was able to take advantage from the line. Cole Jernigan with 21 points, Tristan West in double digits. Again, Alex Thompson got hampered in some foul trouble, but he did contribute as well. And like you mentioned, we're going to see some of the highlights here. Just other guys filled in, the Gavin Speaces, the Ethan Harts, Brady Bergens of the world, just kind of took advantage of their opportunity to play. That was right off the opening tip. We saw Cole Jernigan really be aggressive, and it led to a strong start by Liberty.
Yeah, and Winters Mill did a nice job there. You saw Hankhouse and Cook, going, passing to each other, get the shot inside. And here you see the diversity of Liberty's offense. Shoot the three, get the offensive rebound. We talked about those extra possessions. West gets the offensive rebound.
Here you see, and also we really admired the way that Jernigan was able to sort of penetrate with the basketball and dish to his teammates. That time that was Aaron Ball doing the job there. But here's that play we really talked about in the first half. Looks like it's going to be a chance for Winters Mill. Jernigan tips it to himself, gets to the lane, draws the foul, and scores. It's a really good job by Cole Jernigan there to get it done for Liberty.
And and this was sort of like kind of an old school basketball game. Neither team were relying on the threes. There was a lot of work in the paint with the bigs. So it was kind of good to see that teams want to get in the lane. It's not just all about shooting threes.
That was Ethan Hart trying to score down low there, and just again, like Liberty. We saw this in the Westminster game too. How Liberty could really pass the basketball around the perimeter, get that extra pass, and find the open man. They did it a lot, and also Jernigan's ability to penetrate and dish to a teammate for a layup was really
very unselfish. Liberty, we said against Westminster, it seemed like they just didn't care who scored. They shared the ball really well. Jernigan, we talked about him in the lane, but their bigs share the ball really well too. Thompson and West, really good passers.
Yeah, and with a team like Liberty, you lose quote unquote, or lose a guy to fouls really like Thompson. That can really take you one or two ways. Liberty did not let them phase them at all. They really did a good job of not letting those 3 fouls get to hamper them too much. And credit goes to Cole Jernigan, Tristan West, and the rest of the guys. That was West there. That was another big play that they had there when Winters Mill's trying to kind of get back in the game.
And again, we talked about West's versatility. He can hit the three, he puts the ball on the floor, he can post, he rebounds, he had a couple blocks tonight. So and there's the three we were talking about. That versatility for a big is difficult. It's difficult to handle.
Cole Jernigan with 21 points. And Liberty put the finishing touches there. You see Alex Thompson, who had just gotten back in the game there and was a little frustrated at the fouls. And what's he do? Goes down and scores and gets a 3-point play. So well-rounded game by Liberty, even though maybe it was only a couple guys that was on the bulk of the offense, but a lot of guys factored into the win.
They did, and when you can bring guys off the bench and they come in and hit a couple of threes and and contribute the way they did, that's such a luxury for you as a coach. And again, it probably goes back to their practices and how they compete. And the other thing is the other guys, they're not afraid to share the ball with the guys that come off the bench. The confidence they show in each other and how well they share the ball is very impressive.
An impressive win by Liberty. give Winters Mill credit for staying in the game, not letting it snowball too bad. They got it down. I was going to call it a double-digit lead, and they cut it into under 10. But, Winters Mill is going to compete in Carroll County for the rest of the season. I'm sure of it.
They are. And, like we said, I'm looking forward to seeing some basketball in the county because there's going to be a lot of really good games. Winters Mill, Century, Liberty, Manchester Valley, South Carroll. I mean, there's a lot of teams that I think can beat each other. So it should be a really competitive season in the county.
We haven't seen Liberty Century yet. They're going to play twice. And like you said, I know Liberty wants Man Valley, and they get them here next time they play. So it was a fun one tonight, Coach Herman. I appreciate you stopping by with us once again, being in the gym here for the first time with us. It's always a pleasure to talk basketball and watch basketball with you.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
No problem. We're going to step aside in a minute again, or we're going to take a minute break. When we come back, we're going to talk with Liberty's Cole Jernigan following the Lions whenever Winters Mill. Stick around again. My thanks to Dave Herman. Hopefully you can come back and join us on another broadcast. But don't go away. There's more coming up on the CMSportsNet Game of the Week. Welcome back, CMSportsNet Game of the Week. Pat Stoetzer joined now by Liberty senior guard Cole Jernigan. Cole, congrats on the win. Congrats on a good game.
Thank you. Thank you.
21 points in the victory. I want to go back to the very opening tip. You guys won the tip, and you immediately just sprinted to the basket. I know it's a play you guys like to run, but what does that just say to how aggressive you want to play in game out? Just set the tone that early in the game like that.
That's what we do best. We do best running, and doing that off the tip, it gets the energy up and just helps us throughout the whole game.
You knew this was going to be a physical game. Winters Mill plays good defense, and they play physical. You were able to match it, though, with your defense, the way you guys get into the passing lanes, get your hands on the ball. I know you've been working on that a lot as a team. How important has that been to your success so far this season?
It's, again, like I just said, it's the energy. If our energy isn't up, we kind of struggle. But if we have our energy up, like of the tip off, we started strong, and that goes to the end of the game.
And you have to try to match the other team's intensity the whole way. You can't really let up or else you're going to fall behind.
Of course, yeah.
Some nights you're going to get some guys in foul trouble. Tonight, Alex got a couple early fouls. That could really go one of two ways. It could go south. You could really let it hamper you. You guys didn't, and that speaks to guys like Gavin Spees and Ethan Hart, guys you can pull off your bench. How important have those guys been to the way you guys have been winning games?
It's good that we have guys off the bench that can come in there and do their job for the minute or two that we need them to, and if our starting five is struggling, then it's good to have those guys.
Your ability also to see the floor and to be able to dish it off to big guys like Ethan Hart, like Tristan West. You and Tristan have really become a good 1-2 combo. What's it like being able to play with guys that have that size and also the ability to get to the basket and finish off those plays like that?
It's great to have because whenever I'm driving, if they collapse on me, I know I always trust my bigs to catch the ball and finish for me.
It's nice to be able to have those guys under the hoop, right?
It is, yes.
I know you guys had the tough loss against Man Valley a few weeks ago. How have you used that as some motivation from then on out? Because the wins you've had have been all convincing county wins, and you're going to get them again. You're going to get them here. Fuel for the fire to go the rest of the way.
Yeah, of course.
That.
Yep. Yeah, we'll. This game definitely boosts our confidence, and we'll continue strong for the rest of the season.
How's it? I mean, it's New Year right now. We're only almost, I guess, a third into the season. How are you guys feeling right now, mentally, physically? Where are you where you want to be right now as we head into January and all these games start to be county games?
Yeah, we had a couple bumps in the road earlier, but I think we'll be fine coming forward. and just keep playing
All right,
as hard as
man.
we can.
Hey, congrats on the great win. Cole
Thank
Jernigan,
you.
thanks for giving us a few minutes of your
Thank you.
time.
Yes, sir.
20-point game plus for Cole Jernigan. He heads out. And we'll see him again, I'm sure, as one of the leading scorers in Carroll County. Again, my thanks for Cole Jernigan for giving us a few minutes of his time. And there he goes, following a 57-49 win. Liberty over Winters Mill. The Lions improved to 7-3 and 3-1 in the Carroll County Athletic League. A reminder that CMSportsNet is back at it next week. We'll be at Manchester on Tuesday for the Century of Man Valley boys basketball matchup. And we'll make another trip to Manchester next Friday to see Francis Scott Key's girls take on the Lady Mavericks. Mavericks girls team, looking forward to both of those games. Plus, like you saw, our weekly show Game On will return January 10th. Be on the lookout for that as well. Again, the final score here, Liberty 57, Winters Mill 49. Be sure to catch all of our high school sports content online on Facebook and YouTube, as well as our website at cmsportsnet.com. And you can watch us on cable channel HD 1086. Thanks again, everybody. For Dave Herman and Cole Jernigan, I'm Pat Stoetzer. We're going to leave you with a montage of the game footage from tonight. Happy New Year, and we'll see you next time.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.